Okay, here's my little gun blank. I went and I burnt the details on here. One thing we left out of the previous video was the part where I took this over to the flap sander and sanded it almost smooth. There's still a little bit of divots on here where I took chips off. That's okay, I like it that way. And then I took my burning pen and I highlighted the areas that I carved there, okay? Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to make the mechanism here. The striker, and the pan is in here, the spring, and I'm not sure what that piece is called. This piece right here, okay? Now to make that we're going to need some copper wire. This is 20 gauge copper wire, excuse me, 12 gauge copper wire, not 20, 12 gauge copper wire. Now you can find this probably down at the home store. I'm sure you can. If you can't get it there, you can get it from whimsy.com. This was just a sample pack I got. It's got all different kinds of sizes in it, but this is one place where you can get it. They have all these different gauges come in this little set here. Okay? So, first thing we're going to do is, you're going to need a soldering iron, and some flux, and some solder, and a pair of needle nose pliers. So, first thing I'm going to do is make this piece right here. Okay? So, with my needle nose plier, I'm going to grab it right there. I'm hitting myself in the face. And just bend that right around like that. And we're going to try to get, a close approximation to that piece right there. It comes up like that, and it goes up straight. So we'll bend it around like that. I'm going to grab it about right there, and then bend it up like that. About got her there. Now when we're doing these things, we're not trying to get it just super detailed. We just want to basically show a reasonable facsimile of what this is. Alright, that looks pretty good. Maybe just a little bit more of that. Okay, now I'm going to take this over to my little anvil here, and I'm going to flatten this all out a little from about here on down, okay? But I'm going to leave this round up there. All right? So I'm going to go do that. Over here on my little anvil, it's just a piece of old railroad tie. Just like that, okay? That's it. Alrighty, now I have some bronze nails here, and I've got my block. Now if you don't have bronze nails, which you probably don't, you can use your just regular brads, just kind of, buff them off. First thing I'm going to do is whack this off. Like that. I think my bronze nails come from my dad. He was building a boat once. And then smooth this flux all over that area right there. Get your solder. Get your good dollop on there. And you want that to go all over that area there. Come on. Toothpick go.
I don't know.
There. Just what we want right there. See, it's sort of a dome. Can't So there, that's what we want. Just like that. Okay? Alrighty. I'll take that off of there because it's hot. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this wire here and I'm going to take it over there to my anvil and I'm going to smash it out flat. Alright? Just as flat as I can get it. Okay? Not hair thin, but flat. Alright? So I got her all flattened out. You can see how much I flattened it there by here's the unflattened part here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to drill a hole in this. So I make me a mark on it. See if that worked. Oh, yeah, well, yeah, there we go. We're going to thread that down on there. About right there after I straighten it out. Put that back in there like that. Put it down to about right there. Now again, like I said before, we're not trying to duplicate this thing exactly like it is in that photograph. We only want to give the idea of what this is. This is a caricature flintlock after all. So I'm going to get me a little solder on my soldering iron here. Hold that in place. And solder it. It's hot. Good enough. Alright, so we got that part on there. Now if you'll notice, you got that part?
With your hand.
Can't see anything. See how this comes around here, comes up here like that, and goes up straight. How this second piece comes right there, comes back here, and then goes up like that. So that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to hold this right here.
It won't focus.
Maybe you're too close. We're going to bend this up. Trying to get a square corner on here. There we go. And we're just going to bend that up like that. And I'm going to snip that off. Right there. Okay, so we got that part. Now, I'm going to put another part on it. So, right there like that. Where's my punch? That right there. You got to use a punch or that little drill will just crawl all over the surface of that flattened wire. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go, well, hang on here. No, I'm not. First thing I'm going to do is snip this off to about right there. I'm going to go over and I'm going to sand that little piece off right there where I snipped it, okay? Okay, got my other little piece on there. Now I'm going to put me some more flux on here. Get some underneath there. And I'm going to slide that down. Get down there, you booger. Come on, cooperate. That's good. Slide that down there just like that, okay? Get me some solder again. And I'm going to solder that piece on. Just hold it there until it gets hot and it should just go right together. I love doing things like this, it's just so much fun. Okay, there we got that. See there? It's looking pretty good. Not bad. Alright, now I can set that aside for the minute. I can position where we want that. We got two little screws. See them right there? 1, 2. So we're just going to kind of pencil that there for the time being to show us where they go. And the other mechanism goes about right there. Still hot. It is hot. So I'm going to drill a hole here, not all the way through. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Okay, there's what we got so far right there, okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to trim this up. I'm going to give it a little squiggly here. Just to kind of make it look interesting. Like that. I'm going to take my snips and I'm going to cut this off about right there. It's a little high, so I'm going to cut it off a little bit more. Cut this one off right there. Give me some small snips. And I'm going to get in there and cut this off a little. I'll just do this over at the sander. Good. Now I'm going to take this over to the sander. I'm going to even these things out right here and kind of get them to where they don't look like they've been pinched off, okay? Okay, there you go. I pinched it off. I rounded the top of that off. I got rid of that pinch marks there and I rounded these pieces off. This is where the flint goes, down inside here, held in place by a piece of leather. You can see that right there. See it? See the piece of flint? And then it's got a piece of leather right around it. There, you can see it again up here. Can't see it here because there's not one there. So we'll put this on here, just like that. And look at that. Looks pretty slick, huh? Now, what I'll do, I'll wash this with alcohol, and then I'll spray it with some of that self-etching primer, and it'll be ready to be glued to the gun. after we get the next piece done, which will be the spring, the pan, and the striker plate. Okay, and we'll do that in the next video. So until then, I'll talk to you later.